So you got a job, but do you really make enough money to support yourself?
Hey, I'm Alex.
And I'm Philip.
And we teach you what you need to know about your personal finances using words you can understand without boring you to death.
Because adulting shouldn't suck. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and in the comments below, let us know how much money you think you need to make an hour to support yourself.
In this video, we're going to talk about how much money you actually have to make in order to support yourself.
Yeah. First thing you need is an income. It's going to be really hard to support yourself if you don't have money.
Supporting yourself is not cheap.
Living with your friends, living with your family, getting a roommate, living in a college dorm, it's all going to change the amount of money that you need to make to survive.
So you have to remember that if you're going to live in a certain city and it costs $800 for, I don't know, a 2-bedroom apartment, and you want to move to a different city, that same apartment might cost more money depending on the city or the state that you decide to move to.
There's a reason why so many people are still living at home with their parents, or even worse, having their parents live with them.
Being a grown-up is expensive. It costs a lot of money. And typically, making minimum wage is not going to be enough money to cover the bills.
To make it even worse, getting a job that gives you full-time hours, 40 hours a week, is impossible. They don't want to pay your health insurance if they give you a 40-hour-a-week job. So most people have to get 2 jobs just to get 40 hours a week. It's crazy.
Second thing is you got to figure out how much money you need in order to actually live, and it's called a living wage. And it's going to change based on where you live, and if you just have to support yourself, or if you got to support other people, like if you got kids.
Pull-out game week. If you want to figure out what your living wage is for your state and county, you can go to www.livingwage.mit.edu. That link's going to be right here. And all you got to do is go to the website, click what state you live in, or what state you want to live in, click the county, and then bam, fa la la la. It shows you the hourly wage for just supporting yourself, supporting 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids. Shows you 1 working adult, 2 working adults, all the monies that you need to make to live.
So for example, in Clark County, Washington, which is where we live, if you're just supporting yourself, you got to make $14.22 an hour. But if you have a kid, just 1 kid, it says you have to make $27 and some change per hour full-time to support you and a kid.
It's crazy.
That's a big jump.
Yeah.
Kids are freaking expensive.
Yep. I don't understand. It's like they got to eat every day or something. It's wild.
Crazy. So if you want to learn more about being a grown-up, you got to check out the rest of our channel on how to build credit, how to move out, and all the other good things you need to know that you probably didn't learn in high school.
Yeah. Like how to be an adult. We cover that. Lastly, you're going to want to know how much your bills are. Do you have a car payment? Do you got student loans? Do you have a cell phone bill? How much food are you going to eat? I mean, are you going to eat? Can you afford to eat?
Top
right?
line.
It's crazy. What about your other bills like electricity, water, transportation fees or stuff like that?
All this stuff adds up, and it's freaking expensive. Add that up on top of paying for your apartment or your house that you're renting, or maybe you're just renting a room or whatever. It's a lot of money, but that's all part of budgeting 101. So you got to be able to add all this stuff up and know that you can actually afford it, right? And have a job that makes enough money to pay for all this stuff and afford the kind of lifestyle that you want. But reality is, for a lot of people, is they don't make enough money with just 1 job to pay for all those bills, especially when you're young and you're unskilled, typically. Then you have to do that full-time job, and a lot of times you have to work another part-time job on top of that. And nobody likes doing that, but if that's what it takes to get by, then that's what you have to do until you build up some skills or you get an education, because businesses pay you for the value that you bring to their company, not based on your time. They don't care about your time. They care about how valuable you are as a person. So if you're not very valuable, you're gonna have to work a lot to make more money to pay for all that stuff that you want to have.
Yep.
We can't tell you exactly how much money it's gonna cost to live because everybody's situation is different, right? So if you got, just to support yourself or multiple kids, or you gotta support your parents or whatever your situation is, it's always different. So we gave you some examples of how to find your living wage, and then some budgeting ideas of how to actually add up stuff to figure out what your total cost is going to be, how much money you need to make, and then you go from there. But this is a good blueprint for how to go about that part.
big takeaway, work, work, and work some more. Yeah.
You gotta make that money if you're gonna live.
If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. In the comments below, let us know if you have any questions.
And share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, too easy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Pull-out game week.
If you want to figure out what your pull-out game is. Yeah. The link's going to be somewhere right here on the screen.
This is annoying the shit out of me. As it's
Oh man,
going
you
off.
should have just left it.
I guarantee it's gonna be just through this because it was so loud. Here, will you take these, please? Because this keeps going off and vibrating all of these tables.
Just put it in your crotch, man. Just put it in your crotch. I hate you. Now my phone's vibrating my balls. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.